Hello, magandang araw. So para sa araw na 'to, tuloy ang ating pag-aaral para sa ating Flexible Training for Work program at ang topic natin sa araw na ito ay Module 1.2. So sa core skill number 1 natin, ang goal natin ay mahasa ang inyong communication skills. How do we communicate effectively? So doon sa unang module, ang binigyang pansin natin is paano ba tayo magbibigay ng message, no? Kapag nagbibigay tayo ng message, na-realize natin that the simpler it is, the clearer it becomes and the more effective the message is. So ngayon naman, ngayong module na to, ang bibigyang pansin naman natin ay yung kabilang role, no? Paano ba tayo tatanggap ng written at oral instructions? Sa inyong trabaho, marami dyan oral instructions, marami dyan written instructions. So, the first thing that you have to remember is that kailangan masunod ang instructions. Alright? Dahil kapag marunong tayong sumunod sa instructions, ang katumbas niyan ay mapapakita natin na may kakayahan tayo na magtagal doon sa ating trabaho. Alright? So, here are some tips on taking directions in fulfilling tasks. Now, itong mga tips na to, no, very simple lang din siya. The first thing is to actively listen, no? Nasabi ko na before na when you are listening, the goal is to understand, no? Not to respond. Stop yourself kung nagiging tayo, no? Medyo nagiging self-centered tayo at ang goal natin ay makarespond, no? That's not it. We listen so we could respond. Ganon din pag may mga nagbibigay sa atin ng instructions. So we listen intently, we do not just hear. When you actively listen, you can better understand what you need to do. Here's a trick that may help. Pretend that there's going to be a quiz after the conversation. No? Visually think about what's being said and maybe even repeat it in your head. No? That's the first one, actively listen. Dadagdag din ako, actively follow, no? Okay, may tip pa pala ako sa actively listen. This is what you called mirroring, no? May mga pagkakataon na talagang confusing, no, yung instructions. At minsan, kinakailangan natin i-validate dun sa tao kung tama yung pagsagap natin ng information o ng message na sinabi niya. So, we mirror, no, to validate our understanding nung sinabi niya. So, how do we mirror? Very simple lang yan. Itatanong natin sa kanya or sasabihin natin sa kanya yung information na sinabi niya but in a question form. So here is how you do it. First, makinig muna, no? For example, ang sasabihin ni customer, Miss or Bossing, padala naman ng 30 order ng steak dito sa table 3. Remember, nakita ninyo, medyo nakaka-confuse yun, no? Kasi hindi mo alam kung 3 po ang sinabi niya, magalang lang siya, o 30 as in 30. So, you have to clarify. So, how do you mirror? How do you answer na smart pa ring titignan, no? At hindi yung, ano ba to, tatanga-tangers naman tong, na to, empleyado na to. How do you do that? This is how you do it. Okay, the second thing is, you mirror, no, yung sinabi niya. You acknowledge yung sinabi niya. Copy ma'am, copy sir. Clarify ko lang po. Ang order po ba ninyo ay 3 as in 3 or 30 as in 30 po na order ng steak? Question mark. That's how you mirror, no? And then, i-validate nung kausap mo, 30 as in 30. May party pala sila. Alright? That's good, no? At least na-clarify mo. That's the second tip, no? You mirror to validate kung tama yung pagsagap mo ng information. Alright? So, actively listen. Apart from actively listening, I also want to emphasize the need to actively read, no, the instructions. Napansin ko na Siyempre ano tayo, kung meron naman tayo kunwari may boss tayo, may supervisor tayo at work or may teacher tayo, um, ah, kung ano yung simplest para sa atin na maagbot yung information, yun ang gagawin natin, tanong tayo diretso sa kanya. However, however, when you are in the real world, don't rely on that, no? Especially kung binigay na ng supervisor ninyo yung instructions. Meron siyang step by step na guide, no? Um, don't, parang pag binigay na niya, alright, make it a habit to check, no? Yung instructions niya, alright? Don't, kunwari, minsan, ito, yung mga estudyante ko, sanay dito, no? Binigay ko na yung instruction, step by step, pero, nagtatanong pa rin, no? Don't do that in the real world. Your supervisors will think na hindi ka nagbasa. Alright? Hindi mo pinaghandaan yung shift mo or hindi mo pinaghandaan yung trabaho mo. Alright? Kapag nagbigay siya ng instruction, read it step by step. Okay? Sanayin ang sarili na magbasa step by step. Kasi baka yung information na kailangan mo, binigay niya na pala. Alright? First tip, actively listen, thoroughly read. Alright? That's the first tip. Okay tayo? The second tip is take notes, no? Instead of trying to remember everything, write it down. Yung utak natin may limitasyon. We cannot remember everything. And that is okay. Alright? That's fine. There's nothing wrong with keeping notes. It shows that you are prepared, organized, and want to do the job correctly. Now, based dun sa experience ko, sa mga girls, dahil sanay na nagjo-journal, no, walang masyadong problema sa mga girls, no. They tend to be good at taking notes. Ang problema minsan ang mga lalaki kasi hindi pang machong gawain yan. No? It makes you look less manly kapag nagsusulat-sulat ka. That's wrong, no? It does not make you less manly if you take notes. Karamihan ng mga co-teachers ko, they take notes. Gwapo pa rin naman sila. Lalaki-lalaki pa rin naman sila. Another previous trainee is natuwa ako sa kanya kasi lalaki-lalaki din, no? Tapos nagtatanong ako sa kanya, kamusta na yung skills to succeed, certificates mo? Pwede bang ipasa na sa akin kahit isang learning module? Ang sagot niya sa akin, everything is on track, ma'am. Sinusulat ko lang sa notebook ko yung mga mahalagang ideas. Apparently pala, yung mokong ay lahat inaral niya. Lahat ng modules inaral niya. Kaya pala ang tagal. Tapos nung pinasa niya sa akin, ang daming modules yung natapos niya. So, siya, no, practice niya yung skill ng pagte-take ng notes. Okay, the second thing that you have to remember, you take notes. What I do is, when I take notes, I actually provide, parang diary siya, no? I have the date, no? Para alam ko, no? Alam ko kung kailan sinabi. Date, for example, June 29, 2021. Tapos, kung ano man yung inutos. Actually, everyday nga, no? Everyday, meron akong nakalagay din dun sa ilalim ng to-do list. May to-do list ako. Para alam ko kung ano yung gagawin ko sa araw na yon, no? Minsan yung to-do list ko hindi ko napupuno, no? Hindi ko nauubos, no? Hindi ko natatapos lahat. Medyo ambisyosa. Ang dami kong nilalagay, hindi ko naman pala kayang tapusin. But it's still good, no, to see that, for example, out of the 10 tasks, madalas nakakatapos ako ng mga 5-7 tasks. May sense of achievement, no, kapag ka na check mo yung to-do list mo. So the second tip is to take notes. Alright. The third tip is, hindi ko na kailangan sabihin dahil sanay na kayo. Ask questions. If you're even slightly unsure of what you're being asked to do, don't be afraid to question. Make sure the other person allows you the chance to find out all the needed details to move forward. So yun yung tip ko rin kanina, no? You mirror, no? You validate your information. Okay? So, it's okay to ask questions. Alright? Basta lang, wag sobra. Okay? Kapag nasagot na, move forward ka na. All right. The fourth is respond with a good attitude. Just as the person giving direction needs to speak respectfully, it's important to respond respectfully. If you go into the conversation with a bad attitude, it's likely that performing the task will be much more challenging. So you respond with a good attitude. Yes, ano pong may tutulong ko sa inyo, ma'am, sir? You smile. Ano kasi yung smile? Contagious actually yung smile. We were trained to, actually ako, I was trained to do that dati nung nag-call center ako. Tapos, as a teacher, we're trained to do that also para na nakukondisyon namin yung aming mga estudyante, yung mga kausap namin, no, na this is going to be a fun and happy day. Ganon din kayo, no? Lalo na't haharap kayo sa mga tao. So, yes po, smile. Smile. It makes, it makes everything better, no? Kahit mainit ang ulo ni customer, kahit paano kakalma yan ng slight. Alright? Pero the best way pa rin para mapakalma siya ay pakinggan siya ng maigi so that mabigay mo yung tamang solution sa problema niya. Alright. The fifth one is before starting the task, make a checklist, no? Ito, iba pa to dun sa to-do list mo, no? For a day, no? Whenever there is a job that requires multiple steps, try organizing a to-do list. Check things off as you go to make sure you don't miss anything. Then when you're done, be sure to review your work. So sabi ko, no, sa umpisa, magkaroon ka ng to-do list, no? Magkaroon ka ng to-do list. Now, ganun din yung gagawin mo, kapag ka merong task, no? For example, sa araw na yun, madalas na ilista mo na, no, kung ano yung mga gagawin mo ng mga task sa araw na to. So, today, magsiserve sa table, i-check yung mga food, kunwari sa refrigerator, kung meron na bang pasira na, mag-i-inventory ng mga stocks or something like that. Gawa ka ng checklist. Alright? So, yun yung fifth tip. Alright? So, this is our source. 5 tips to giving and following instructions in the workplace. Alright? So, meron ulit kayong home task at yung home task ninyo ay napakasimple lang. The first home task is, I want you to think of something you enjoy doing as a pastime and make a how-to paragraph about it. Include materials needed and the steps on how to do it. Alright? So, for example, how to make a spaghetti, no? A sweet and sour spaghetti. How to make how to make a video, a video about something, alright? Or how to make ano pa bang mga paborito ginagawa ng mga tao? How to make how to sew a skirt. Yung mga ganon, yung paborito mong gawin. Kahit simple nga eh. How to download, no? Pwede nga yun eh. How to download your favorite movies, no, from the internet. One of my previous trainee, yun yung sinubmit niya. Alright? The second thing that you have to do is to make an instructional video to show how you can best prepare for a job interview. Kung ikaw ay gagawa ng isang instructional video, at ang kausap mo ay katulad mo rin, no, na nag-uumpisa pa lang, how would you do it? I have a sample, okay, that will help you. Alright? So, yan yung ating tip, no? At kagaya rin ng nakaraan, ang rubrics nito ay i-check yung content application, yung quality, yung impact, at yung punctuality. Alright? So, yun yung ating Module 1.2. Alright? Module 1.2, ang nais namin ay makita ninyo yung importance ng following written and oral instructions, no? Follow it to the letter. And that's an important communication skills. All right. So that's it for today. Thank you for being here. Have a good day ahead of you. Bye, everyone.